Imagine you're standing in a room with 99 other women. Some are just like you. Some are older and some are younger, while some are fatter and some are thinner. Some are better dressed than you, while others are very casual. Have a look around. If you're in the US, then about 50 of the women around you have never had an orgasm and probably never will. Have a really good look around. Up to half of the women around you rarely or never have orgasms. Keep looking. 90 out of the 100 women around you have some problem with their orgasms. That is most of the room. Now look at yourself. Which part of the room are you standing in? Are you in the tiny group standing all alone who have no problems with their sex life? And are you 100% happy with how often and how hard you orgasm? If you are in the happy corner and you're fine with the number and strength of your orgasms, then stop listening. Please click away now because there's nothing here for you. But if you're not completely 100% happy, then listen on, because the great news is that 90% of women's orgasm problems are in the mind, and what's in the mind can be fixed. I'm in my early 40s, with a beautiful tweeny daughter and work a normal 9-to-5 job, and I've got all the usual money, time, and career hassles we all have. I struggled for years with my low self-esteem issues, my overspent credit cards, and life as a single mum after my painful separation left me broke and in debt. But after that messy split-up, I'm now in a steady relationship and having fantastic sex with a great guy. So why am I telling you this? Because while I've got all the usual time and money and other hassles, I don't have the disappointing sex life that many women complain about. Think back to the room you were just in, the one with 100 other women. You'll remember that of the 90 women not happy with their orgasms, most of their problems were in the mind. I know about these problems. I've had them, and it frustrated me for a long time. For years I missed out, just like you are now. But now I've figured out how to have toe-curling orgasms every time I have sex. I can have strong, quick, multiple orgasms at any time. That's right. At any time. What I've learned isn't about a push here, pull there, step-by-step manual. You can get that info from any of the latest glossy magazines. But if the solution to 90% of all women's orgasm problems is as close as the nearest newsstand, why are there still so many problems? So it's obviously not about the push here, pull there part of the deal. And it's certainly not about 200 pages of internet urban myth junk or 1970s sex researcher outdated facts. They never helped anyone back then, so why would this rubbish help now? So what about wading through textbooks or spending a year or two with a posh therapist to fix your problems? Clearly the textbooks haven't worked, and it's positively not about expensive counseling sessions. Really, do you know anyone who has ever had any success with a high-priced shrink? That stuff's just for the Hollywood movies. It's really a lot simpler than that. It's about me sharing with you what's going on in my head while I'm ripping through several heart-pounding orgasms in a row. It's taken me over 20 years, a dozen boyfriends, and 5 vibrators to figure this out. And now I want to share it with you. I'm not a superwoman. I'm just like you, with my day-to-day life and its frustrations. But the one area of my life that's 100% good is my sex life. In the middle of your already busy life, do you really have time to work this out? Or are you happy with your less than perfect, frustrating sex life as it is now? I've sorted out mine, and it works for me. The choice is yours. Multiple, body-rocking, heart-pounding orgasms, or stay as you are. My body's probably no different from yours, and unless you have some very rare medical condition, I'm guessing any hassles you've got in your sex life are in your head. I know mine were. In my book, I'm sharing with you what goes on in my head when I have multiple hard orgasms. It's not 150 plus pages of waffle. It's 21 pages of clear, easy reading to change your life. I've learnt how to do this, and you can too. Do you have a spare 20 years and 5 boyfriends to figure this out? I'm guessing you don't. So now you've got 2 choices. You can click away and keep your sex life just as it is now. No one will know. Except you, that is. Or you can save yourself 20 years of frustration and start doing something for you and your sex life. Not convinced of the benefits? Well, have a look at what other people say. A long-term study of 3,500 people found that regular sex shaves between 4 and 7 years off your physical appearance. Sex burns about 5 calories per minute, depending on your weight. Sex may help fight off colds. as research shows people who have sex once or twice per week have higher levels of immunoglobulin A, an antibody that boosts the immune system. And you can help your partner. Another study shows that men who have 3 or more orgasms per week had 50% fewer heart attacks and strokes as compared with those who had less frequent orgasms. But most of all, you can help yourself. More research shows women who claim to enjoy their sex lives lived 7 to 8 years longer than women who are indifferent to sex. So the choice is yours. You can click away and keep your sex life right how it is now and no one will know. Or you can save yourself 20 years of frustration and start doing something for you and your sex life right now. So what are you waiting for? Click below to find out how.